Hello everybody, it's Maquito. I hope everybody's having a good day and has had a good day so far. We have another slate of international games. I mentioned in the last video and I mentioned it again. When it comes to the international break, I always play lighter because this is a lot harder to predict how teams are going to play. Players don't play for their countries that often, so they play different roles. There's different teammates, different managers, all of that. So I usually recommend playing lighter. So do keep that in mind. And then as always, if I have any added plays, they will be in the pinned comment either later tonight, more than likely tomorrow before games are out. Lines do shift, and more importantly, I like to see what the lineups are before the games start because I'm not sure how teams are going to play. Again, like I said, it's a lot more unpredictable. So I do anticipate having more added plays. They will be very likely tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that if you do want more plays. But other than that, I'll get straight into the plays. I have one player prop for now that I do like, and that's Isaac Jude Pride to go higher than 1.5 shots at home for Northern Ireland, going up against Slovakia. He plays in the second division in the English league for West Brom and has averaged 2.37 shots per 90 there in the league. He's relatively versatile. So far in the shots he's taken there, 14 have been with his right, 3 with his left, 3 headers. He's a long shot taker as well, taking 14 from inside the box and 6 from inside the box. He's one of their best players, if not their best attacker for Northern Ireland. If you look at the games that he's played with them, the most 2 recent ones that were competitively, he went under with 1 against Germany, but Northern Ireland took 3 shots total, so he took 1 of the 3. He went over with 3 against Luxembourg, and then if I'm not mistaken, they were in the Euros, so they played friendlies and stuff like that. He went over with 4 against Iceland. He went under with 1 against Denmark, but they only took 2 total shots. So he took 1 of the 2 shots, over with 3 against Sweden, over with 2 against Switzerland. And then competitively, he had 3 against Luxembourg, 2 against Belarus, 4 against Bulgaria. So he will shoot given the chance. And it's not like they're playing a tough team. Slovakia is not a good defensive team. They gave 11 shots to Luxembourg, 14 to Germany, 20 and 5 to Slovenia, 16 and 19 to Sweden. And it's just a good line at home. He's a good player for them. And he is one of, if not the attack for Northern Ireland. So I wanted to have the line. So like Isaac Jude Pride to go higher than 1.5 shots. But before I get into my money line play, as always, I really appreciate it if you took a second to like the video and comment as well. It's a great way to support the channel, whether it's just showing your support or asking questions, because I know a lot of y'all that watch these videos do not actually watch soccer but just make these bets because I'm the one posting them, which I really appreciate. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you're notified when these videos are out. I also do let y'all know when these videos are out to the public in Discord. It's a completely free to join. It's not a premium. I do not hide any picks. You can get all my picks for free in this YouTube video and the pinned comment. It's just for those that, again, want to get notified when these videos are out as well there. And it's a good community where people post their own plays. You can post your plays. People talk during the games on all sports. So if you're interested in that, free in the description as well. And I also have link for Outlier, which is a 7-day free trial for that if you want interested in using that. You can use it for a national play, but you can't use it for club soccer when that starts back up. You can use it for all other sports, NFL, MLB, NBA, WNBA. It's a great app, a great resource app where you can find plays there. You can find stats to back it up. You can find your own play that you might like and use stats as well, whether it's home, away, with or without players, minutes played, matchup wise. Literally, even in baseball, you can look based on like left-handed, right-handed pitchers, where each pitcher tends to throw their pitches, the types. Literally all the stats you can think of, it is there. So link for that 7-day free trial in the description as well. The only form of premium that I have is my YouTube membership, which is linked as well, or just a join button next to the subscribe button. For those that are interested in that, you not only support the channel a little more, but you also do get the content out earlier. So if you're not a member, those that are already got the video and all the pick for everybody else. So if you're interested in that, link for that in the description. So I really want to thank anybody and everybody who supports me in any way, and I'll get straight into my money line play. I should have known that to not keep the ladder challenge going when it came to country soccer, but we will move on from that. We have a normal play that I had this in the World Cup qualification in Europe. I got this play for plus money for plus 103, and the first one is Belgium to go higher than 1.5 goals going up against North Macedonia. Macedonia has played well. They drew 1-1 at home against Wales and Belgium, but the only challenging away game that they had was against Kazakhstan. Beat them 1-0, but they still gave up 53% of the ball, 13 shots and 3 shots on target. Belgium can easily get much more possession, much more shots. And Belgium is only 1 point behind and 1 game behind North Macedonia. So while they did draw in the first game, that was their very first game for this qualification. They followed it up by scoring 4 goals, 6 goals, and 6 goals. They have great quality players. They have the Catelaire, Openda, Doku, De Bruyne, Trossard. And if you look at North Macedonia's opponents that they played last year, they played Faroe Islands, Armenia, and Latvia. They don't play these high-quality teams. They will get plenty of chances, and at home, I expect them to capitalize. North Macedonia hasn't had a challenging away game, so I like this play. Higher than 1.5 Belgium goals going up against North Macedonia. And the second play for this slip is Switzerland to go higher than 10.5 shots going up against Sweden. So we need them to take at least 11 shots. Opponents for Sweden so far have gone over in 1 or 2 games. Kosovo went over with 11 shots with 32% possession and had an early lead. And Slovenia went under with 9 with 40% of the ball. And Switzerland should be able to get at least 50% of the ball. They've gone over this mark in 1 or 2 games with 10 shots and 12 shots. They got an early lead in both games, and they played smart and defensively after they took that early lead, holding 62 and 65% of the ball. Hence why I'm saying I expect them to get at least 50% of the ball. But in games in which is very competitive and they need to shoot, they will shoot. They went over with 11 with Spain, 19 against Serbia, 14 against Denmark, 11 against Serbia, 20 versus Spain. They can attack and can shoot from anywhere, depending on where they're shooting from. Whether it's taking long shots, they have Granit Xhaka. Whether it's during normal play, they have Vargas and Embolo. They have Ndoye for counterattacks. Even for set pieces, they have players, tall players that can get headers and shoot from set pieces like Elvedi, Akanji, and Weidme. Sweden don't have a strong midfield presence, and with Xhaka and Freuler in the midfield, I expect them to again get possession of the ball, find space in behind the lines, get those set piece opportunities, and get those shots. They're top of the group for a reason, and Sweden need to be aggressive in this game. I expect them to play 2 strikers with Gyökeres and Isak, and again, they don't have a strong midfield presence, so I expect Switzerland to be able to find the space here. And at 10.5, I like this line for the value as well. So like higher than 10.5 Switzerland shots going up against Sweden, with Belgium to score at least 2, and I got this slip for plus 103. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll quickly go over last video's picks. It was a 2-2 day money line wise. The one that was for the ladder challenge missed, and then the normal play did hit. The one that hit was Bosnia to score 2 against Cyprus. That came through. But we had Denmark halftime against Belarus. That hit. But Montenegro against Faroe Islands, they lost that game 4-0. They couldn't even score a single goal. That was very unexpected. Hence why I say I usually recommend playing lighter, because these games are more unpredictable. But I can't even imagine. I could look at the stats, but I can't imagine the last time Faroe Islands scored more than 3 goals, let alone 4. But that was unfortunate for us. And then it was also 1 day player prop wise. We had the Isaksen play at higher than 2.5 shots. He played the game, but he played much more of a defensive role. They played a 3-4-2-1. I expected him to play as a winger in a 4-3-3. So he did play more defensively. I didn't expect that to happen. Again, that's why I tend to try to wait for the lineups to be out. But I do expect Price to be playing up forward. That shouldn't change. And then I did have the added play of Cody Gakpo to go higher than 3.5 shots. Once the lineups came out, I saw they were playing Frimpong in the right wing, so he should have been taking more of the shots. Hence why I like that play, and that play went over. So again, it was a 2-2 day overall, 1-1 money line, 1-1 player prop, and that's also why I emphasize why I don't post too many plays here, even though some of the plays are out, because I want to wait for the lineups to come out, lines to shift, because those players might be playing in different positions. You can find good value once the lineups are out. So again, I anticipate having more plays in the pinned comment, but there will very likely be tomorrow about an hour to 30 minutes before the game starts. So if you want more plays, keep an eye out for that in the pinned comment. I do also let y'all know in my Discord as well, so join that, completely free. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.